Good afternoon, everyone. Time for another gold and silver analysis. I'm JR. Gonna do another turbo analysis, so we'll be done in a couple minutes here. So let's get right to work here. So this is your long-term trend line, long-term downtrend from the all-time highs, 2011 highs. Finding some resistance here. So and we also have a pretty ugly candle here. This is that's a bearish engulfing candle here. So again, it is on a short-term basis. It is a good idea to trade and to trade it against the highs, which is 1374. That and this trend line here, that should serve as resistance. And I'm actually hoping to come back down to this level here. I was hoping that we saw that last time, but we didn't. But we were able to capitalize on that nice move to the upside, right? So there's your bearish engulfing candle. You had to move to the bottom, and then you found some resistance. Let's check out the trade here, right? So this is when it came down. I really like this area to buy, and we did really well on that trade, right? Silver also had a really nice run. Here's a silver trade that we did, I think it was yesterday, right? So we bought down here and take some profits at 1265. That's really where I took profits. But on the silver chart, I'll show you why I expect a little bit more of a retracement. But as of now, if the market goes above 1375, let's say 1385, there's a really good potential that this market can continue to go higher and maybe test this these levels up here. Okay, at that point, I would expect some resistance and ultimately come back down to this trend line. I'm waiting to come back to the trend line. I think that trend line will serve as a tremendous support and a tremendous buying opportunity, right? That's the weekly. Let's look at the daily. So the daily, again, you're finding some resistance up here. All right, this is where your resistance is going to be. If we surpass this level here, 1375, we can continue to go higher. This is a pretty steep trend line here. Right, so it's going up pretty hard, and usually these trend lines that go up that are so steep usually are not as solid as the more maybe as something like this, which is a little bit a bit better, right? So I would like to see a retracement back down to here, and then from here I would expect the prices to continue to go up higher to the 1400 range and so on, right? Let's look at silver. All right, so silver weekly chart. Silver's broken every uptrend, every downtrend line you can possibly imagine. Silver is definitely on a very nice uptrend. I would like to see the market come back down here. I think the market got a little bit ahead of itself. Again, you're having a hard time closing. You can see here that this is a really solid level of resistance here, right? I saw this market, you saw bounce over here. You saw it bounce over here, right? Support. Then you saw resistance over here, broke that resistance, came down, tested one more time, and eventually it came back down. So this level right here, this 2050 level, we really have to keep an eye on that. We really haven't been able to close the week above that level. I don't really think that that's going to happen now. I don't think the move to the $21, $22 is going to come now. Maybe we will, but silver being very volatile, we can easily, see silver go to 2150, maybe even 22, and come back down immediately. What I would like to see is a test of this, kind of like the gold. I'd like to test this trend line here. Okay, so we'll see what happens. But again, I've taken profits on most of my short-term positions, just really nice profits. And I mean, if I'm looking at this chart here, as much as I hate to say that I took profits, really this looks like a gorgeous pennant here. I played the pennant. I bought some silver and on the short term, but I already own it on the long term. But technically, we'd like to see a move this big on this pennant, right? That's how it comes about. If we go above 2111, maybe I'll look for some short-term momentum trades to take it up to 22. But ultimately, I think this big move on silver, I don't know that it's going to last. But then again, who knows? Because silver's unlike anything else. I mean, this thing is already up 50%, 49.8% since the 2015 lows, which is 1364, right? So we're already up 49%. I would like to see silver take a breather, but who knows? As we can see here from the longer term time frames, when silver rallies, there's really no stopping silver. I mean, percentages, silver could care less about percentages. And that's about it. If I were you guys, I would really pay attention to the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones found some support over here, and again, that's support, resistance now turned support. If it doesn't hold, if we see the Dow Jones continuing to decline, maybe down here, let's say if it comes back down, let's say below 18,000, then there's a good chance this was a false breakout. And as I've said 1,000 times, false breakouts usually lead to fast move in the opposite direction. So I would be very careful with this market. The market does look very, very weak. You had the breakout, and I don't see any follow through just yet. If anything, I see a really nice reversal here. But we'll have to see how the next couple of days play out. And that's about it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.